Anybody who's familiar with, with the Olympics, with the different podiums, with first, second, and third, will love this Devar Torah. This has to do when Yaakov dies. Yaakov is one of the first people that gets sick in the Torah before he dies, and then when he dies, Yosef has to bury him. But if you see in chapter 50, pasuk 4, pasuk 5, and also chapter 14, chapter 50, pasuk 14, it says, when Yosef is asking for permission to bury Yaakov, he says he's going to power. He says, "Okay, I'm going to go." That my father told me that he's about to die, and that I would like to be buried. Um, and I want to be buried in my grave, which he dug for himself in the land of Canaan. And then later on in Pasuk 14, it says when Joseph returned from burying him, after he buried his father, and then it says after he buried his father. So what's going on, like as far as who's burying who? So normally when they were all buried in the cave, Barasa Machpelah, normally when the people walk, there's a person who's the main person gets buried. Then the person who's second buried goes to the left or on the bottom of that person. However, when somebody greater comes along, let's say when there's a third person, now all of a sudden there's a third podium. So now the person moves to the other side. So now when he went to Maras Machpelah, he had to take out Yitzchak that was buried below, and he had to move him above Abraham, and then he buried Yaakov below him. So it's the same thing. He had to move, so that's why it says that he buried him in his land, in his the place that he dug for himself, because he dug it, but he happened to have dug it for his father, and that's what for Yitzchak. That's why it says that he buried himself because he dug it out for his father. And it says after he buried his father, like both ways. One, he did dig it. Yaakov did dig it for himself because he dug it for his father. And he said that he buried his father after he reburied his father because he had to take Yitzchak and move his burial place above it. Just like if you think about just like the podiums. Again, it's a very nice nuanced thing. I don't know what we specifically learned from it, but there is a procedure how people are supposed to walk, a hierarchy. I think that's how they get a little bit of the protocol as far as who walks to the right of the main person, the left of the main person, who's in the hierarchy. If you like the videos, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.